Okay, so good evening to all. So good evening kasi nga gabi ko ni-record itong ating lesson 3 for arts appreciation. So yun lang, and then so bakit ko siya ni-record na lang kasi um, your prelim examination is fastly approaching. So kailangan din nating maghabol ng ating mga lessons. That's why I decided to record it na lang. And mostly kasi sa school natin ay may mga programs, orientations din, and of course, may mga trainings din kami in-attendan. And yon yung ating mga reasons bakit natin ni-record itong ating lesson 3. Okay? But before that, kamusta kayong lahat? So I hope na sana ay um, nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan kasi malapit na ang inyong prelim examination. But before your prelim examination, magkakaroon muna kayo ng long quiz. Okay? And our prelim examination, ang kanyang coverage will be lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. So nandito pa lang tayo sa lesson 3. Maybe yung lesson 4, if ever man na hindi ko na kayo ma-meet, I will just record it na lang din. Okay? Lesson 3. Moving forward with our lesson 3, functions and philosophical perspectives on art. Okay, dito we will have a glimpse of what are the functions of art and also yung philosophical perspectives ng art wherein mamimit natin yung iba't ibang mga philosophers. Okay, hindi lang sa classroom may philosophers, okay? Minsan, di ba, yung mga klase ninyo, philosophers, yung mga yan. Okay. Greek philosopher Aristotle claimed that every particular substance in the world has an end, or telos in Greek, which translates into purpose. So, una nating nakilala dito ay si Aristotle. Okay, sinabi niya dito na lahat daw ng substance sa ating mundo ay merong katapusan. And in Greek language ay telos. So merong end daw lahat ng bagay. And lahat ng bagay na yon, which is merong katapusan, ay dapat meron ding purpose. And dyan papasok yung purpose of art. Siyempre sinabi niya na lahat daw ay dapat merong purpose. Even yung ating existence dito sa ating mundo, di ba? Meron tayo kanya-kanyang purpose. Bakit tayo nandito sa mundong ito? Even yung mga langaw, mga lamok, sabi natin mga peste, di ba? Mga nagkakalat lang yung mga yan. Pero meron pa rin silang purpose. Bakit sila nandito? And dyan papasok yung sinasabi nitong si Aristotle. So this telos, according to Aristotle, is intricately linked with function. For a thing to reach its purpose, it also has to fulfill its function. Man, in Aristotle's view of reality, is bound to achieve a life of fulfillment and happiness, or in Greek, eudaimonia. Okay? Eudaimonia, ibig sabihin, life of fulfillment and happiness. Tandaan po yan. Baka lumabas sa inyong long quiz and prelim examination. So all men move toward this final end. So kailangan daw bago ka dumating sa iyong final end dito sa mundo, ay kailangan mo nang ma-fulfill yung buhay mo. Di ba? So ganun naman, di ba? Halos lahat ng tao yun yung gusto nila. So sana bago tayo umalis dito sa ating mundo, ay kailangan na fulfill natin yung mga gusto nating gawin sa buhay. Diba? But unfortunately, minsan may mga accident na nangyayari, merong mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari, which is nagiging cause of death nung iba. That's why lagi ko itong sinasabi din, or even sa akin, di ba? I-treat natin yung ating buhay or mismo yung ating oras as if na ito na yung pinaka-last moment of our lives. Kasi we are not sure if kailan babawiin yung buhay natin. Sabihin na natin na parang napakalalim nung gustong sabihin dito nitong si Aristotle. Pero ganun lang naman yung gusto niyang sabihin. Dapat ay we live our life to the fullest. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na we live our life to the fullest, maglakwat siya, di ba? Pumunta sa mga lugar na gusto natin. Siyempre, we have our priorities. Ang gusto ko lang sabihin dito ay dapat ay siguraduhin natin na lahat ng oras natin ay nagiging kapaki-pakinabang. And of course, syempre nandyan yung ating mga magulang, ating family, ating mga friends, and yung mga taong nakapalibot sa atin. I-cherish natin yung kanilang existence din. Okay? So, life of fulfillment and happiness in Greek, eudaimonia. Okay, dito na po tayo sa first function of art. When it comes to function, different art forms come with distinctive functions. There is no one-to-one correspondence between an art and its function. Some art forms are more functional than others. So sinasabi lang dito na depende yan sa pagtingin ng tao. Okay? Kasi merong mga art forms daw na mas functional kaysa dun sa ibang art forms. For example, nakalagay dito, architecture as an art is highly functional just like most applied arts. So in form of arts, architecture is considered as applied arts. A building as a work of art is obviously made for a specific purpose. Let's say for example kasi, sa architecture, ang isang building sinasabi na ginawa daw siya wherein dapat meron siyang specific purpose. So paano nangyari yon? Kunyari na lang yung shopping mall, di ba? Bakit ginawa yung shopping mall? Of course, for people na doon sila mag-shopping, and hindi lang yon. Doon din sila nakikipag-socialize. Minsan nga, sa shopping mall din, nami-meet ng ibang tao yung kanilang mga nagiging katuwang na sa buhay. And I am talking with doon sa mga nagtatrabaho na doon. Okay? And also, syempre, ginawa yon for businesses, di ba? Doon nagpapatayo ng mga stall, yung ibang mga business owners. Okay, and one of the biggest or pinakamagandang example ng function of art in architecture ay itong Taj Mahal. Okay, I don't know if you are already familiar with this Taj Mahal. So itong Taj Mahal na ito ay ginawa siya actually noong 1631. And this is a massive mausoleum of white marble built in Agra. So saan yang Agra na yan? Yan ay matatagpuan sa India, okay? Was constructed in memory of the wife of the then Emperor Shah Jahan. Okay, so bakit siya nagpatayo ng ganyang kagarang building? Itong si Emperor Shah Jahan. Okay, so bibigyan ko kayo at least ng quick history of this Taj Mahal. Kasi kung masyado nating tatagalan dyan, ay baka umabot ng ilang oras yung ating recorded video or video discussion rather. Okay, so noong 1631 kasi, itong si Shah Jahan, which is yung emperor, ay meron siyang favorite na wife. Bakit ko sinabi na favorite na wife? Kasi Muslim sila, pwede sila mag-asawa ng more than one. Okay? So, itong si, actually hindi Taj Mahal yung pangalan ng kanyang asawa. Siya ay si Mumtaz Mahal. Mumtaz Mahal, so siya ay isa sa mga wife nitong si Emperor Shah Jahan. Wherein itong si Mumtaz Mahal ay nagbigay or nanganak ng kanilang pang-14, imagine, pang-14 na sibling nila. And itong pang-14 na sibling nila ay nabuhay naman. Kaso nga lang, itong si Mumtaz Mahal ay unfortunately namatay after niyang mailabas itong kanilang anak. So, syempre, favorite at pinakamamahal din nitong si Shah Jahan, itong si Mumtaz Mahal. Hindi niya kinaya yung kawalan ng kanyang favorite na asawa. That's why nag-decide siya na papagawa niya ng magarang mausoleum or tomb. So, ibig sabihin, ang purpose ng paggawa ni Shah Jahan dyan ay para i-honor yung kanyang asawa. So, dyan sa loob na yan, dyan nakalagak yung tomb or libingan nitong si asawa ni Shah Jahan, which is si Mumtaz Mahal. Okay? And kapag sinabi kasing Taj Mahal, yung Taj meaning ay ibig sabihin nung Taj Mahal na yan ay um, crown. So, syempre, ang purpose ni Shah Jahan ay to honor yung kanyang asawa. Okay, that's why crown para kay Mumtaz Mahal. Okay, yan yung ibig sabihin ng Taj Mahal. Okay, and in architectural or sa building mismo, mapapansin ninyo para siyang milk yung kanyang kulay kasi yan ay pure ivory. White ivory marble. So imagine that, di ba? Napakagara nung yang building na yan. And it is believed that this building is the most beautiful building in the world. Yan daw yung pinakamagandang building wherein ginawa pa siya noong 1631. Okay, so that's it. When it comes into purpose ng Taj Mahal, ginawa siya para i-honor yung asawa nitong si Shah Jahan na si Mumtaz Mahal. So dyan nakalagak sa loob niyan ang mga labi ng kanyang asawa. Okay, another one, function of art. Dito naman tayo sa jewelry making. Sabi dito, on the other hand, jewelry making as an art is known by its product. The name of the art in this applied arts is basically denoted by its specified function. Siyempre, yung jewelry making, minsan, ang gusto natin dyan ay i-display yung ating talent in making such an art. But most of it, di ba, naggagawa tayo ng jewelry to have our food, to have also money, di ba? For business din yung purpose. Okay, on the other end of the spectrum, one can only think of painting and literature as forms of art that have the least to do with purely practical values. Unlike practical arts, where the value of art is like in pottery, jewelry making, architecture, among others, in question lies in the practical benefits one gains from it. So a pot of jewelry or a house or a building with painting and literature, one can only look at the value of the product of art in and for itself. So, sabi dito, roughly and broadly, the functions of art are classified into three. So, meron daw tatlong functions of art. Number one is personal. So, minsan for public display or expression, and social celebration or to affect collective behavior, and physical. So, merong tatlo, pakitandaan po yan, personal, social, and physical function of art. Okay? Sa personal function muna tayo ng art. So parang ito lang ay napaka literal lang ng gustong sabihin nito. So personal function, depende yan doon sa taong gumawa ng art mismo, okay? So when we talk about personal function of art, it varies and highly subjective, meaning mismo doon sa gumawa ng art, nakadepende yung function na yon. So this means that its function depend on the person, the artist who created the art. An artist may create an art out of the need for self-expression. So sinabi natin yan noon, napag-aralan din natin na, di ba, just like in music, gusto natin i-express yung ating sarili or yung ating nararamdaman. An art may also be therapeutic. So bakit therapeutic? Kasi in some orphanages and home for abandoned elders, kung mapapansin ninyo sa mga movie, if ever man na may nakapanood ng mga movie na mayroong ganitong senaryo, di ba? Kunyari yung kanilang lolo, kanilang lola, sa ibang bansa kasi meron silang mga home for the elders or the ages and also yung mga orphans. Minsan ay para maatanggal yung kanilang kalungkutan, um, binibigyan sila ng gawain. Yung iba nagtatahi, yung iba nagga-garden, di ba? Yun ay ang purpose nun ay therapeutic. Bakit? Kasi tinatanggal noon yung kanilang boredom and also yung kanilang loneliness. Siyempre, di ba, kapag naging busy yung isang tao, nalilimutan ng ating isip and puso yung ating nararamdaman. Okay? Art is used to help residents process their emotions or while away their time. Okay? Just like in orphanages and home for abandoned elders. Sabi ko na ginagawa nating busy yung ating sarili in terms of art. Ngari, painting. Siyempre, pag nagpipaint tayo, nagiging busy tayo, nalilimutan natin lahat ng ating problema at kalungkutan. Okay. So, wait lang. Okay, number 9 slide. Art is considered to have a social function. So, dito na tayo sa social function. Okay, social function. If and when it addresses a particular collective interest as opposed to a personal interest. So kailangan daw social function siya na matatawag kapag collective interest na yung gusto nating makuha doon sa mismong art. Political art is very common example of an art with social function. So even in politics, present ang art. So kung mayroon kayong mapapansin, di ba, may mga mural, meron tayong mga painting na nakalagay sa mga daanan about what really happening in our society today. Di ba? May mga kwan dyan, may mga ano bang correct term doon sa mga drawing na yon? Bukod sa mural, meron tayong anong parang editorial cartooning siya. Okay, art may convey message of protest, contestation, or whatsoever message the artist intends his work to carry. Often, art can also depict social conditions. So, social conditions, ibig sabihin, kung ano nga ba yung nangyayari sa ating society today. So, yan yung mga example ng mga art when it comes into political issues. Kaya yan, yung Stop Lumad Killings. Ito kasi, itong Lumad Killings na ito ay nangyari during the time of mga Aquinos. Specifically kay Ninoy, wherein yung mga naging victim, mga namatay ay mga kapatid nating Muslim. So never again to martial law naman. Ito naman ay isang political art wherein ginawa itong art na ito para i-express yung gustong sabihin nung samahan or sabihin na natin yung mga nagrarally na never again daw to martial law. Okay, in photography naman tayo. As an art form, delivers this kind of function also by taking photos of subjects in conditions that people do not normally take a look or give attention to. So kasi meron, for example, sa mismong photography, may mga senaryo na talagang makukuha yung emotions ng tao. So dito, pictures of poverty may carry emotional overtones that may solicit action or awareness from their audience. Ito kasi, pinakamagandang example nito ay nakita ko sa isang website wherein yung isang, I think this is in Africa ata or in India. Basta merong malnourished na bata. And yung picture na yon, yung malnourished na bata, nakaupo siya at hindi siya makatayo. And merong isang vulture. So alam niyo yung vulture, isa siyang ibon na malaki. Wherein ang kinakain ng vulture ay mga nabubulok na bagay. And syempre, pwede nilang kainin yung mga patay na tao. Yan yung mga vulture. So parang halos magkatabi lang sila. So parang ang gustong sabihin ng vulture, malapit nang mamatay itong batang ito. Kaya hintayin ko na. So yun yung gustong sabihin nung picture. And kumbaga nakuha niya yung emotions ng mga nakakita doon sa picture kasi mostly magmula nung lumabas yung picture na yon, mostly nung mga tao, madaming nag-donate, madaming nagbigay ng mga food, madaming nag-donate ng mga pera para makapagbigay sila ng food doon sa mismong tribe or doon sa mismong lugar na yon na pinangyarihan ng picture na yon. Though actually hindi naman namatay yung bata. Ang parang yung mismong picture na yon, from that photography, nakakuha siya ng attention sa tao. So yun yung function ng art na yon. Nakuha niya yung attention ng tao para gumawa siya ng action doon sa issue na gustong ipa-depict noong picture na yon. So moreover, performances, art like plays or satires can also rouse emotions and rally people toward a particular end. So in this and more, the social function of art is apparent. Okay, the physical functions of art naman are the easiest to spot and understand. The physical functions of art can be found in artworks that are crafted in order to serve some physical purpose. Okay, so kapag physical functions, of course, it talks about physical purpose. Music as an art is also interesting to talk about in relation to function. Music in its original form was principally functional. Music was used for dance and religion. So, pwede siyang maging physical function kasi in dance, di ba, we are already using our physical na kakayahan. And of course, pwede siya sa tatlo. Okay? So bakit ko nasabi? Sabihin na natin in personal function. Kunyari, yung musician, ang gusto niyang ipakita ay yung kanyang nararamdaman. Like for example, broken-hearted siya. Gusto niyang i-express yung pagiging broken-hearted niya. While also, bakit siya naging social function din para sa akin? Kasi itong music, let's say for example, yung upuan na kanta nitong si Glock 9. Kayo po na nakaupo, subukan nyo namang tumayo. Sabi doon, ay gustong sabihin nung kanta na yon na dapat daw makita ng ating mga leaders yung actually the real scenario sa ating society. Diba? Sabi doon na kahit sa dami ng pera nyo, walang doktor na makapagpapalinaw ng mata nyo. Diba? Tapos sabi doon, kaya huwag ka masyadong halata. Kasi that is during the time of mga Arroyo. Okay. So, yun. Share ko lang yung about doon sa upuan na yon kasi it is actually a good song and it is talking about the social condition din ng ating bansa. Okay? And today, music has expanded its functions and coverage. Music is listened to and made by people for reasons that were foreign to early civilizations. There is now a lot of music that has no connection whatsoever to dance or religion. Serenade is one Example, people compose hymns of love to express feelings and emotions. Sabi ko nga, pwede siya sa tatlo. Music, pwedeng for physical, pwedeng for social function, and physical function. Okay, dito naman tayo sa sculpture. On the other hand, is another functional art form that has long existed for various purposes. Just like music, from the early days of humanity, sculptures have been made by man, most particularly for religion. People erect statues for the divine and Roman Catholic world. So, sculpture in, sabihin na natin, para mas madali ninyong maintindihan yung gustong sabihin dito sa ating slide. Kapag sculpture daw ay ito daw ay nagdidepict ng um, sabihin na din natin na function wherein tulad din siya sa music. Kaso nga lang, ang gustong i-depict nitong sculpture ay yung mismong image noong kanyang ini-imitate. Okay? Just like the image of the saints in Catholic, di ba? And also yung ating mga bayani, yung iba't ibang mga places, mga landmarks. Tulad niyan nung ito, yung makikita natin sa Luneta, wherein dito nakalagak yung part ng mga labi nitong si Rizal kasi it is not believed na nandyan lahat ng labi niya kasi there are also part ng labi nitong si Dr. Jose Rizal na nakalagay sa kanilang hometown which is sa Calamba, Laguna. Okay, ito naman ay about sa kay KK and also ito wherein makikita ito sa UP. And yan, meron siyang explanation bakit ganyan yan. So parang makikita ninyo parang napaka-creepy nung private part nung lalaki na nandyan. Bakit ganyan yung kanyang image? Kasi iniiwasan nung mga gumawa nung sculpture na yan or nung monument na yan na mag-focus yung mga titingin doon sa private part. Ganun lang kasimple. Pero syempre, ginawa kasi nilang creepy na ganyan, di ba? Mas magpo-focus ka ngayon. Bakit ganyan yung kanya? Yung private part niya, di ba? So, ganun yung gustong ipahiwatig ng artist. Na wag tayong mag-focus doon sa private part, but then doon sa mismong as a whole ng kanyang art. And also, sa ating mga coins. Di ba? So, present dyan yung sculpture. And another art form that readily lends itself to multiple functions is architecture. So in fact, architecture might be the most prominent functional art form. Sabi ko kanina, nung mga nauna, yung architecture, just like the Taj Mahal, ay meron siyang purpose. So yung purpose ng Taj Mahal ay ginawa siya para maging libingan ng kanyang mahal na wife. Mahal na wife na emperor. Kaya dapat pag mahal mo, pagawan mo ng mausoleo, Taj Mahal. Okay. So does art always have to be functional? Sabi dito. So meron tayong nakalagay dyan. A functional object cannot be claimed to be a beautiful unless it can perform its function sufficiently. Adequate performance of function partly determines the beauty of a design and these functional art forms. Despite this, efficiency cannot be mistaken as beauty. While it certainly determines the beauty in some works of art, an efficient functional object is not necessarily beautiful. Okay? So ano lang gustong sabihin yan? Sinasabi dyan na hindi daw, kunyari sa architecture, kunyari gumawa tayo ng bahay. Okay? Sabihin na natin yung mga bahay sa Batanes. Diba yung mga bahay sa Batanes, ginawa yon kasi purong mga bato. Matitibay yung mga bahay doon. And actually, um, sabihin na natin na simple lang yung kanyang mga design. Siyempre, sabihin ng tao, hindi siya masyadong kagandahan. Kaso nga lang, when it comes into function, talagang na-achieve niya yung kanyang function. Ang Batanes kasi, yan ang unang natatamaan ng bagyo. Meaning, dyan, tumatama yung mga malalakas na ulan, malalakas na hangin. And malapit sila sa karagatan. Kaya ganun yung mga bahay dyan para hindi siya agad masira at maprotektahan sila mula sa mga typhoon, sa mga strong winds, and strong na bagsak ng ulan. So kahit hindi kagandahan yung mga bahay, matibay siya at na-attain niya yung function niya as an art. Okay? Art demands so much more than mere efficiency, sabi diyan. Meron naman yung mga magaganda, di ba? Kaso nga lang, marurupok. Okay? I'm not talking to anyone. I'm talking to art. Okay? So, philosophical perspectives on art. Andyan si Plato, but siguro dito muna tayo magtapos and I will just give a part 2 of my discussion. Okay? So, see you in the part 2 of my discussion.